Level 1. Rhythm.
We up in here today. Yeah. Check it out now. Let me tell it, homie. Around my territory, listen to my true story, let me tell it, homie. This is how it pop off around my territory. Better show love, show nothing, better back up off me. This is how it go down around my town. Defending my title, survival, defeat challengers. Check out how I made it from scratch, just call me crossfader. Wrote it down on paper, now haters can catch the gas vapor. Crossing state of federal flavor, we keep it several. Now wipe the sleep right out your eyes if your vision's blurry. We mainly savage or savages who fly by night. With Alibaba notorious, you can call me Papa. The showstopper, hold it down like a shot blocker. So all my riders get up and do the gangster strut. You a down chick with a big butt, now mix it up like mutts. Getting dirty in the dust, the kid and never lose my touch. When the pressure's on steel, guaranteed much.
Strung out on you, believe in my heart every night and day. I'm strung out on you, I can hardly wait to see you again.
You are correct.
What's up, my players? How's everyone doing tonight? It is I, Torrance Hudson, aka Hud Zero, aka the Iron Heart of Xbox, and welcome to another episode, a special episode of Gaming Treble. And we are going to be talking about something really, really awesome. We're going to be talking about the Xbox partner program, the partner preview, and the amazing games that they showed off. Man, there were some really awesome games, and let me tell you, I think we have a lot to look forward to. So let's get this underway. I mean, as you can tell, I'm running solo man 5000 today, because one of my partners, Johnny, he's actually on an awesome trip to Seattle right now, doing an awesome event. I hope he has a great time. And then, of course, Tony, Tony San Miguel, he's actually has, spent some time with some family members, and I wish him well. I hope he's watching right now. He's pretty cool. yeah, this is just like pretty much my playground, because I mean I used to run solo shows a lot. When I was actually doing my game, what's it called? Gamers Play, way back. But nevertheless, I want you guys to file in really quick, and I hope you had an awesome weekend. Happy Friday. Man, we had some amazing games, and of course, if you watched the preview, Xbox partner preview, one of the games did show off was a demo. There was a demo that showed up, and it was pretty cool. I didn't get a chance to download it and play it yet, but man, it looks really awesome. I believe it was actually Steam only for a while, but now it's actually coming to console, and Xbox is going to be getting that day one on Game Pass. And let's just put it this way. I mean, I think the preview was pretty much the Xbox Game Pass show, because it was, jeez, man, wow, what an amazing show, man. But anyway, I want to see you guys start filing in. I hope you buckle up, and we have a lot to discuss, of course. So let's get this underway. First of all, let me talk about some of the games that I've been playing. Lately, I've been getting back into South of Midnight, and trying to get through the game. And let me tell you something. It's actually a very emotional story, full of intrigue, a lot of myth and lore about the Deep South, and some of the music was there that really pulls you in. The combat, albeit kind of unfair at sometimes, because all the enemies are attacking you all at once. But once you get used to the controls and your defense and all that stuff, it starts to become fairly easy. I'm starting to get a better hang of the attacks, and also the defense, and also building up a lot of your spirits that you get throughout the game, that actually helps you build your character's special abilities and get better at your weaving, of course, and the like. It's a really, you gotta give it a shot. I mean, I believe it's going to be available for the PlayStation also, and I think maybe the Switch. I'm not really too certain, but it's definitely worth the ride. I'm actually enjoying the heck out of it. But what else have I been playing? Still playing that Machine Gun Fury. Listen, I don't know. A lot of people have been, who's been trying the game. Had a lot. There's a lot of nostalgia throughout the whole entire game, and it's fairly cheap price too. But let me tell you something. When I say that the gameplay is, it's fairly simple, but it takes a lot to master. You'll never know. You'll see your life bar going down. Depends on what style you have. Of course, you have one of the characters. She's female. She actually runs fairly fast, but she's the weakest of the bunch. Then of course you have the rainbow-like character in the middle. He's more like average, kind of even to fairly quick, and his life force is actually very it's middle of the road. And then of course you have your heavy-duty character who's like more like a tank. Runs pretty slow, but he actually does take a lot more damage. But once you get further into the game, your life goes down pretty damn fast. And yes, there is no save points at all. Once you go through the stage, and you die, you start all over again. And I believe you only get 3 tries, which is so. It really pushes you to the limit. I mean, there are top-down elements. There's games that remnant of. You ever played Jackal from Konami? There's like that. There's games that there's in the beginning. I mean, come on, they took it straight out of freaking Commando. And of course, some elements of some Contra, a little bit of Akari Warriors because you can actually enter vehicles like to your tank. And of course you have the side-scrolling, like I said, Contra. You have the side-scrolling elements, kind of like Contra, and also what's the other game called? Russian Attack. So you get a little bit of that too. But it's good. It's really good. Fantastic indie game. You gotta try it out. Machine Gun Fury. It's available now. It's on Steam, and it's on the PlayStation Network, and as well as the Xbox, and I think it's on Switch too as well. Yeah, play it. You love it. You love it. It's quick achievements and also a fun little pick up and play kind of game. There's a few modes like arcade mode, and of course there's the standard mode, which actually more of you go down the stages, and you get a couple. You only get 1 try. Good. It's good stuff. What else have I played? I'm playing. I've been getting into. I'm playing a lot of Zen Zone Zero, and a few other games too as well. So, but anyways, I don't want to bore you with all those weird details, but let's get into the nitty gritty. Oh man, let me tell you. Woo! This preview was actually pretty damn good, though. I mean, there's so many amazing games it showed. Yeah, man. I can go on. I can go on and on, dude. Let me say something. When I say that, when it comes to the previews and all that stuff, they're getting much better. The pacing is better. They're getting straight into what the game is. There's none of that fluff in between. It's like game after game after game after game, and they showed about roughly, 20? Was it 20 games? They showed. Let me just get up the nice little little splash, so that way you guys can get an idea. But nevertheless, before I get into all the nitty gritty, I just want to give a special shout out to my awesome sponsor, W Amazing, absolutely fantastic. This awesome drink is worth your while. It's actually a fantastic drink. It is awesome. The drink actually, it's very easy to make. Small little scoop. That's all you really need. Put it inside your drink. Put some cold water, shake it up, and enjoy it. Amazing flavors. This one right here is actually the honeydew and white grape. Tastes like honeydew. And of course, you also have a few other flavors as well. And that's also that they do have a cross sponsorship with Crunchyroll. So you have. Chainsaw Man, and of course Solo Leveling, as well as the Frieren series. So each one has their own different flavor mix. Awesome drinks, awesome fantastic drinks. I mean, let me tell you something. This right here has all the energy, none of the fluff. B vitamins. The prices are fairly reasonable. They have great nostalgia. There's actually some special drink bottles that you can actually get that actually has characters on it as well. So why don't you go ahead and go to the site .gg and get yourself one of the. And also during the checkout, when you're actually done your shopping, use our awesome code Treble. That's TR3BLE. Get the 10% discount on us. Tell them that Gaming Treble sent you, and of course, be better. Let me tell you. I actually, as I was watching the show, and this was actually, I think it was yesterday. Yes, it was. It was. I was glued. I was glued to this. I actually didn't get the chance to watch it completely live, so I watched it after. I watched it after, after it was all over. So I got a chance to watch it at home, on the big screen, of course, the best way to watch it. And of course, the first game that popped up, I didn't know exactly what it was about, but then when it popped up and showed Hunter the Reckoning, I said, OMG. Xbox is going old school. Hunter the Reckoning was one of the games that came out for the OG Xbox. Fantastic series. It was a top-down shooter, obviously. And it has intrigue, dealing with all different demons and monsters, vampires, werewolves, Frankenstein monsters. Just everything's in there. And the protagonist in the game. There's like 4 different characters that you can choose from, each one with their own strengths and weaknesses, and of course their own melee attacks, and of course their weapons. And the story is fairly interesting. You go into an asylum, and obviously some weirdo kids decide to have a party, and it turns out that they actually disturbed the dead there, and all the crazies, and pretty much everyone was pretty much got eliminated in there. And of course, knowing them, the hunters, you had to go in there and take care of business. It's fun, but this one right here is actually going to be a first person, which I mean, it would definitely work. I mean, it looks pretty cool. Of course, they didn't show any gameplay yet, so I can't wait to see what it's all about. I'm down for games like that. Some people say it's too cliche because it's the same old vampires and werewolves and dude, it's a shooter. It's a shooter. It's actually, probably the story is pretty interesting. It's worth a shot to try. If you don't, it's not that bad. It's not your bag. It's not your bag, but I think it's pretty good. So I highly recommend that game. All the bells and whistles, and pretty much probably the same story and storyline and all that stuff. But you know what? I am down for that too. Let's see. There's a whole entire list. I'm not gonna go through every single game. I'm just gonna pretty much highlight what really stood out for me, because there were a lot of games that they showed. I actually wrote down a list of all the games that showed up. Let's see if I can actually pull it up. I hope you guys had an awesome week, or decent weekend. I hope you guys are playing a lot of great games. And we're gonna discuss the elephant in the room, which just keeps on creeping its filthy head every single time there's an Xbox show. But we'll get into all that. But first, we're gonna talk about all the fun stuff first before we decide to rip this one apart. We just want to rip off the Band-Aid and try to get this whole thing squashed. Tell you my opinion, and also my feelings about it, and why it's not productive of how the game industry can actually get better. That's just me. This is my opinion. Let's see. But my accomplishments right now when it comes to the games. Oh my gosh, whew, there's a lot of games that I actually am playing right now that I'm really enjoying, and I really want to get through because my back catalog and all and for the Xbox alone is huge. There's so many games, and I'm actually going into a lot of my OG games too. I have like a whole entire collection right now of Xbox games. Some of them I haven't played for a long time, like Mech Assault 2, Demon Stone. Actually, that's another game that I actually wish they actually come back to because Demon Stone was really cool because it's like Forgotten Realms is actually like part of the Dungeons and Dragons saga. Then of course there's a game that I would love for them to actually do a remake. We'll just pop this one out. Drake of the 99 Dragons. This one right here. Why they haven't revisited this game, I don't know. Maybe it's something about licensing. It's made by Majesco. Actually, I'm sorry. It was made by Majesco, and it was actually produced by Majesco, and actually made by a group called Idol. It's really the controls. The only thing that actually prevents it from being a decent game, the controls are very weird. I mean, the aiming is completely off. The camera actually kind of jerks all over the place. You don't really hit the enemies that you want to hit. A lot of cheap hits from hit detection. Actually, it hinders you from actually trying to get through certain stages. I don't know. But do I want that game to come back? Absolutely. They can. I mean, right now with the technology we have now, it'll be amazing, man. Let's see. All right. So let's see. We have Hunter the Reckoning. I already talked about Wuthering Waves. The Expanse. Okay, now let's talk about that one. They didn't really show much. They only showed a cinematic, but it's supposedly the game is supposed to kind of give love to the Mass Effect series. It actually has all those similarities to the Mass Effect, and I tell everybody, I said, dude, that looks like that definitely looks like a Mass Effect game. I mean, look at it. I mean, you have your partners that are in there. You can be able to tell them to shoot certain targets. You can build. They're also even the suits. The suits give way, and they look exactly similar to playing these games. Playing the game and all that stuff, and the characters are interesting and all that stuff. And I said, ooh. So I'm intrigued. I need to know more. I want to know when it's getting, but it's supposedly supposed to be coming out in 2027. Dude, that one right there, and also Hunter the Reckoning. Two games that I am actually looking forward to, and they're not coming out till 2027. A lot of games are not coming out till 2027, and that's also actually it's not the same old Xbox behavior when it comes to previewing the games. I remember they just do games that are more near future and not all the way into the next year. But you know what? I'm liking it because it gives me something to look forward to, which is actually a lot of people have been saying. A lot of people have been saying this. It was like, oh man, you know what? This game this game is not coming out to 2027, but I have something to look forward to. And I have a feeling that a lot of these games are going to probably be around the same launch window as the project. What's it called? The project. Osiris, I believe it's called. No. Project Helix. So, I think we have something to look forward to. We have something to look forward to, indeed. So the next game is Serious Sam. Now I am a Serious Sam fan. I love that it's simplistic. Um, it's it's almost like the same attitude as Duke Nukem, almost, but he has that same badassery, and of course, blowing stuff up, and the explosions, and the weird the enemies that you face, and the power ups that you get. It's mindless fun. Gives me a lot of this Doom and Duke Nukem vibes. Looking forward to it. So Shatterverse, basically, it's a 5-player co-op game. 5-player co-op. That's a very odd number. I never seen a game that actually had such odd numbers. 5-player. Why not 4 or why not 6? I guess maybe 5 just kind of sits well with them. And it's made by Behavior Interactive. So it's coming out for all consoles, PC, PlayStation 5, Xbox Series. No Switch 2, which I'm kind of shocked, because it's actually one of those simplistic games. And then of course, let's talk about a game called Dispatch. Now, Dispatch came out for the PlayStation 5 and also came out for Steam. Was actually critically acclaimed. A fantastic voice acting. It came out episodic, so every single week it was a new episode. And people loved the way the story was unveiled. It was well done. The characters are well animated, and of course there's a lot of gratuitous stuff in there as well. But you know what? It represents the theme. So I'm definitely, now that it's coming out for Dispatch is coming out for the Xbox. I might just jump onto it. I mean, I didn't plan on getting a PlayStation 5 anytime. Well, I am going to be getting one, but I'm planning on, getting a game for the Xbox nonetheless. Looking forward to it. So this is something that should be fun. Let's see. Let's keep on going. What else we have? Let's see. We have a game called Alien Deathstorm. Now, it didn't really show much. It showed a lot of cinematic, but it does look like a dystopian alien world, reminiscent of games like Dead Space. I'm getting those vibes, and the aliens, and of course I think the elements are going to be a problem too. So you're going to be facing all of that. I love games like that because you have the dynamic weather conditions, and since you're in a desolate planet, so you're dealing with high winds and probably asteroid impacts or still a lot of stuff like that. And of course you also got alien threats you have to deal with as well. Something to look forward to. I cannot wait. It's just something that I'm looking forward to. Then of course you have a game called Ascend Zero. Now, Ascend Zero is kind of weird to me. I mean, something I'm looking forward to. I actually saw some of the gameplay, and it looks interesting. You actually have the ability to rewind and pause time, and you Ascend to Zero means I think you have a time limit. So you have to do things probably quickly and in successive time, or you basically will ascend to zero. In other words, you will be distinguished, or your life force just completely runs out. Also looking forward to something like that, because I like games like that, you know. And then, of course, another game that was surprising to me because I actually saw and got rave reviews, The Eternal Life of Goldman. Now, let me tell you something. The first time I saw that and I saw the animation, I was like, huh. But then I saw what the gameplay looks like. Wow. And the demo, like I was telling you about in the beginning, is actually available now. You can play this game now. I just, like I told you, I actually didn't get a chance to download it and play it yet. But man, I am definitely gonna have to play that game. I'm gonna play the demo, and then if I like it, I'm going to purchase it when it's available. But it's also gonna be available on Game Pass. Game Pass, man, Game Pass. By the way, Ascended Zero is gonna be on Game Pass. I think Dispatch is not gonna be on Game Pass, which is a shame in a sense. But you know what? I get it. I completely get it. You know, but it's only $20, so is it worth it to purchase? Yes, absolutely. Let's see. What's another game that actually stood out to me? Super Meat Boy. I'm actually interested in that game. I pretty much saw a lot of the game. I mean, it's pretty much straightforward. It's Super Meat Boy, but it's in 3D, platforming and stuff like that. So you know, something fun. Hades 2. Wow. Hades 2 is actually was on, I think it was for PC only for a while, and now it's going to be available on Xbox, and it's going to be an Xbox Play Anywhere title and an Xbox Game Pass title day one. If you're a fan of the Hades series, this game is going to be up your alley. I love roguelike style games where you actually, every single time you die or you ascend, you get new power-ups, you become more powerful, and it becomes more difficult, and the stages are dynamic, so everything changes, but your choices actually become a little bit harder, and also your power-ups, and you face your bosses and all that stuff. It's worth it. If you like the Hades series, you will love Hades 2. And another game, which I'm gonna know I'm a little digressing a little bit, but Absalom. Oh man, goodness, it's like crack to me now. And I know why everyone's been praising that game, and of course, PlayStation fans and owners actually got an opportunity to, have that game exclusively for a little while. But now that it's in, Xbox and it's also in Game Pass, I actually, getting an opportunity to play it, and wow, dude. The game is phenomenal. It's an action adventure roguelike style game. Where basically your abilities can grow, but every single time you die, you actually have an opportunity to build your character better. You unlock new characters that you could be able to use as you're ascending. You can level them up, you can do all that stuff, and of course you meet more characters, and there's random mini bosses that pop up out of where that actually have a higher armor count and all that stuff. And man, it's fun, man. The game, see, that's what games should be about. The indie games are killing it right now. And just to let you know too, I know I know I'm all over the place, but that Ant Stream, if you don't have it right now, it's now they actually have games from Tau Plane, and man, I mean, Tiger Heli is on there, Storm Grinder is on there, Fire Shark is in there. Truckston 2, which was a fantastic arcade game, is in there. Top-down shooter. I love shmups. I'm a shmup nut. Which comes to my point. I think that Cave needs to come back and make more shooters available for all consoles. But anyway, that's beside the point. And so on. I mean, there's a good list. And then let's talk about Stranger Than Heavy. Okay. You had me at hello. What an amazing concept. 5 different eras, 5 different cities, and each time is something, a completely different experience. And I love that. It has that gritty noir vibe, and with that Asian flair, and I love it. And I am all for it, and I cannot wait. The Rio Ga what's it called? The RGG company. I know I butchered the name a little bit. I apologize, but you guys are cooking. You guys are cooking good stuff, man. Holy cow. Oh yes. Let me see. Hey, what's going on, Vet? How you be, buddy? I love it. Let's see. I'm trying to read some of the chats. I like the new plan that Xbox is starting to execute, and I am excited about the new Xbox and hopefully to return to greatness. Absolutely, I agree so much. Let me see. I spent so much time playing Serious Sam 1 and 2 back in the day. Yes. Oh man, I love Serious Sam. Serious Sam is one of those games. It's just mindless fun because you get to blow shit up, have a good time, weapons, and of course the character that's reminiscent of Duke Nukem. You can't go wrong with that, man. And plus it's a 5-player simultaneous 5-player game that you can play online. Play online with 4 other friends. Give me that. Absolutely. And I'm hoping that it's like a progressive story too. So that means you can get together with 4 other guys and go on there and just go through the whole entire campaign, kicking ass. Dude, yes. Give me that all day. And of course you said indie games are on a roll. Yes. You know what? I gotta tell everybody, man. Indie games right now are taking over the industry. They're taking it over because there are so many new fun experiences that's not the same old. I'm tired of the same old formula. The same old behind the shooter, story based action. Dude, it doesn't have to be that all the time. Give me something different. Give me something that actually will keep my interest, man. And indie games are doing it. They're bringing fresh new ideas to the gaming industry that actually kind of hits your brain a little bit and just hits it a little differently and you're having fun. Which is what video games are supposed to be about. Having freaking fun, and the indie developers get it. That's what I like. Holy cow! Yeah. Thanks for. Oh yeah. Indies seem to be the only games trying new ideas and keeping things free. You know what? You are absolutely right. That's well put. Well put, there, Vet. But anyway, like I was saying before, the Xbox partner preview. I mean, I can go on and on for all the games that they announced, And of course, they have the new DLC that's going to be available for let's see, for Stalker 2. It's called Stalker 2: Cost of Hope. It's an add-on. Looking forward to that. And then there's a few other games as well, like Forever Ago and Frog Squad and what have you. Fun little indie games that you play with friends. And Forever Ago is more like that storyline driven game. It looks very interesting about falling in love with a girl a long time ago, and then I guess along the way you're kind of like going back and forth. So you're going into the past, and then you're kind of going fast forwarding into the future, where you're basically alone with your dog, and you're meeting new people, and your story kind of unfolds as you go there. So I guess maybe it might be like almost like a collectathon. That's my only opinion, my thought process. I don't know exactly what it is, but I feel like it's basically a collectathon where you go to certain areas and certain points, and a memory triggers a memory that actually kind of puts pieces of your life together, and and those memories will kind of live with you in a sense and build your stuff. But I feel also that there are also consequences, because something might happen that actually might I guess end you, because I guess it kind of gives you that clue. So it depends on how far you actually go. I'm gonna keep a close eye on this indie game, and see exactly where it goes. But I'm intrigued. I like that. I mean, it's kind of like games like Stranger Than Life and stuff like that. I have a feeling that it might be something cool. Let's see, but there was a solid lineup. Another game I really was looking forward to, but it's not coming out for Game Pass. Artificial Detective. I think it was the last game that they showed, and I like the idea. It looks like a game that is all about more about strategy and also detective work. So you're kind of piecing together what's exactly happened, and you're protecting the last human. That's I guess the little human boy, and you're protecting him from these I guess these beings, or these little artificial beings that are actually infecting the things around them and stuff like that. So I'm looking forward to that too. It's gonna be. I think it's gonna be a fun little game. So overall, for the show, I give it an 8.5. I give it an 8.5 for several reasons. Number one, it gave me games that I didn't know that I wanted. Two, the indies in the game in the show was very intriguing, interesting, something that worth downloading. And of course, a lot of these games are going to be available on Game Pass day one anyway. And I'll probably even just purchase it straight out and just have that, because it's Xbox Play Anywhere as well. And of course, a few games that actually really kind of put it over the top. Because I do like JRPGs, so Wuthering Waves was one of them. Hades 2 was another. And I believe there was one more game. Actually, there was a couple more games that actually were really awesome. Musa, I think it was called Musa. Dirty Fate. That looks really, really fun. And it has that same Korean, so Korean developers that actually created the game. It has kind of the same lore as something like let me see, Wanderers of Fate and things of that sort. Yeah, I'm looking forward to that. Let's see. Yeah, so that's my opinion. And now we kind of piece together why people are starting to, why they feel like it's wasn't a great showcase. I you know what, I wish I didn't have to. I didn't have to go on there. Let's see. Oh, it says the vet says, "Where are the other guys tonight?" Oh yes. Okay. So just to explain, but, I think I explained that in the beginning of the game, beginning of the show. That Johnny went to Seattle. Went to, I believe, Seattle. He had to take care of something over there because he's doing something over there. I think it's an event. He'll probably talk about it more on Sunday. And of course, Tony he spends some time with some family members, so he will definitely be back on Sunday as well. So of course, I am flying solo tonight, but you know what? Hey, you know what? I'm cool with that because I've done this before. So it's actually pretty awesome. It's pretty cool. I mean, I've done this before. It's not the same. Not my first rodeo. And I can pretty much handle myself. But of course, you guys in the audience can definitely keep me company. So we can go further into details of that too. So, but nevertheless, let's see. I'm expecting. Oh, yes, he says I'm expecting June's Xbox showcase to be huge. Oh yes. Oh my goodness. Listen, if I don't know. If these small showcases that they're doing right now are this good, I can imagine how packed and how crazy the Xbox showcase is going to be happening this coming June. I think it's going to be absolutely bonkers. And trust me, I think there's going to be a bigger indie presence in this showcase. So I'm looking forward to it. I really, really am. I'm looking forward to it a lot. But let's go deep into some of the things. So, but let's look on the other side of the wall, and let's talk about a few things that I found very disturbing, especially during the showcase. I see a lot of players out there that just, I guess, maybe they just wanted to kick the beehive a little bit, and they always say, this show is lame, this show is boring, it's an L. Xbox blundered again. This was horrible. Why would they even show this stuff? Anything? Half of these games suck. Okay, what are we doing here? What are we doing here? I hate to to call people out, but Greg Miller, from Kind of Funny. I mean, I highly respect him. I knew, I watched his stuff well before, when he actually did Beyond, during IGN, and of course further back. But his take on the Xbox showcase, I don't know if it's like he was just trolling, but he really went in on how horrible the showcase actually was, because he felt that there was games with no feeling, games that wasn't intriguing, games that just didn't, I guess maybe nothing really tugged at his heartstrings, I guess. But when I see people saying stuff like that, I don't know if they're being genuine or they're just being assholes. I mean, I hate to, go that extreme, but this is exactly what's going on. Do you like playing games? Do you like playing games? I don't know if you do. I think maybe you just so into the just kicking things, kicking beehive or just drama or melodrama. I don't know. I don't know what you guys into. Um, do you? Let's see. Yeah. Yeah. I just feel like that some of you players out there, I don't know. I mean, maybe you're not into the Xbox ecosystem. Maybe you're just not into it. Or maybe you're fully into Nintendo or PlayStation, or better yet, you're probably into PC and Steam. Not even a console guy person at all. But you guys always, whenever there's an event or whatever it is, and it's an Xbox led event, you guys always go 150% negative town. Just on that. I mean, you can't find not one or two shining moments in any of these showcases. But even anything with an Xbox logo on there, you guys just already go into negative town. Oh, this is hell. Oh, this is horrible. Oh, why did they even bother to try? Oh, why don't I thought they were just gonna go full developer. I don't know. You know what? I guess maybe you just don't like games at all. I mean, maybe you let's be truthful, okay? Maybe there's one, maybe two games that you really, really, really love, and nothing has topped those games. So anything that goes out, you just sit right there and you rip a new one. But always when there's Xbox on there, you always have to make it public. You have to make a scene. You have to do that. It's sickening, and it's tiresome, and it's bland, and it's boring, and it doesn't inspire anything. It inspires nothing. It inspires nothing, and that is the problem. You guys are actually you're catering to an audience and everything of a bunch of nobodies who practically they live to sit right there and rip on people on things that they don't like. That's what you do. You're wallowing in that pigsty, and you know what? I wash my hands of it. It's boring. It's stupid. I want people to have some fun for once, man. Just look at the games on the outside. Forget about the Xbox logo. What do you think about the games? Some of the games look good. Some of the games were, even I have an open mind and not honest opinion. Hell, when it comes to a PlayStation showcase, or or a Nintendo Treehouse showcase, there is something for everyone. And the moment you say the game is, the game is great, someone will rip on you when it comes to Xbox. But yet, if it comes out for your platform of choice, you're looking for yes men. You don't have an opinion of your own. Your mind is made up and everything. You are sitting right there and you're creating this vacuum of negative opinions. That's what you're doing. You just developing that. We'll play a devil's advocate and everything. I mean, what games do you really like? What games do you even have something that actually tugs at your heartstrings and says, "Damn, yes." I mean, I have a few of my own, but you know what? I'm open-minded to other games and other genres and other fun stuff. But you guys just don't get it. Come on, man. Strangers in Fiction, great game. I mean, that's a game I'm looking forward to. Really, really looking forward to. You know, it has a little bit of that Yakuza vibe, but it actually also has that noir vibe. Something to look forward to. What a great get from Xbox, by the way, and everything. You know, being able to preview that game through them. Kudos. You know, of course, you know the Beyond Osiris, that game coming out. You know, there's a few other games that, you know, the Wandering Waves, Wuthering Waves. That game. Come on. I get that you have a preference. I get that you actually have a series that you're looking forward to. Every single time Xbox does a series, is an L. Why? They just have sucky games. No. Why? Why was it bad? What were you looking forward to? This is something that didn't show up. This is something that actually that you're hoping would be resurrected. Are you looking for that Banjo-Kazooie, you know, remake? What is it? What is it that you're looking for? Because I guarantee you, even if they did show Banjo-Kazooie, there would be something else. There'd be something else that you would actually be. Why was this game? Oh, this thing was horrible. Why can't we all be a little bit more open-minded and better opinionated about certain things? Have some fun with some freaking games for once. Just play some games and enjoy them. You never know. There might be something that really catches your eye. But if you sit right there and you're like, you could sit right there and whine like little babies all that time. My suggestion is, why don't you just turn off the screen for a little while, sit down in a quiet little corner, and reflect. Because I feel the feeling that maybe this is just not your hobby anymore. It's not your hobby. The social platform is no longer, no longer a place to share your hobbies. It is now your, what do you say? Your crying, your crying station, your whining booth, your, what do you call it? Your pulpit, with the pulpit and everything to cry about your problems. But you really have to start being a little more open-minded. Dude, some of the games are coming out for your platforms too. It shows up right there. I mean, it shows up right on the bottom. Or maybe you're looking for full excuses. Maybe you're looking for a game that, this is only going to be on Xbox. Okay. Maybe, but you know what? You got to think. Asha Sharma, she actually said it herself. There are things that they're actually going to be changing. Just not now. But soon. They already killed that whole entire this is an Xbox campaign. Thank goodness, because it really didn't help. But now you have an opportunity to actually get some really awesome ideas off the ground and actually show that, hey, listen, we are still in the console business. We are still for the Xbox fans. We are doing this. Looking forward to it. I really am. I can't wait. So anyway, going to Vet actually put out a couple more chats on there. To be fair, Xbox, PlayStation, Nintendo showcases for the past year have been mid. Yeah, you're right. Some of them have been kind of on the iffy side, right? But he says, I think June 2026 is going to go hard for all three. Console wars are back. Yeah, you know what? They've been back for about a month or so. But right now, if Xbox does play their cards right and they finally retweak the Game Pass tiers, the cost, because they've actually been kicking it around and saying that they're trying to make the games, the Game Pass or subscription less. I really feel like they need to reverse, even if they have to, deep discount the Game Pass Ultimate. Yeah, scale it back, bring it down to like $25. Or give us like a better incentive. Have it at $24 and everything, but have a better incentive. I know she's going to be working with supposedly, I mean not fully, but supposedly going to be working with Netflix, and Netflix might do a small little partnership. Maybe have it where you bundle the Xbox Live Ultimate with the PlayStation, not the PlayStation. I'm sorry, to have it with the what's it called, have it with the Xbox Live, have Xbox Game Pass, have it bundled together. I don't know how it's going to benefit either one of them, to be honest with you, because I think the CEO of Netflix did mention something about that. They said they're going to Xbox. I think Microsoft is trying to find a way to have the Xbox placed, have the Xbox the benefit having benefit both parties, in other words. So looking forward to that too. I don't know. I mean, we'll see how it works. But you know what? I have a feeling that if they do that, Nintendo and Sony, they're gonna be like, oh, you know what? We gotta do the same thing too. We're gonna have to one up them on that. Gonna have to do that. I hope so. You know what? I want the competition to come back. Why? Because I want them to compete for our dollars. I want prices to go down, not up. And I believe shout out to no, it's Alex. I watch this show all the time. He mentioned a good point. He says that Nintendo's I guess dabbling into the fluctuation of prices based off of how your consumption actually is. That's a bad idea. They said, oh yeah, well, we have a price. If you buy digital, you shave off $10, but if you buy physical, it's actually like normal price. No, it ain't the way, bro. So you're gonna sit right there and kind of force people who actually like to pick up or purchase physical media, have them pay more, but yet you give a deep discount to those who actually buy digital, and then you're going to go on there and hope the industry takes notice and says, you know what, I think it's just better to do digital, and you stop doing physical, and then you're gonna get that side of the aisle upset because you stopped doing physical games, because people are refusing to buy physical games because of how you inflated the prices actually are. Stupid. And Sony, no, you're not out of the woods, because you're sitting right there and you're trying to do a dynamic pricing system where it's based on how much you actually spend in the past. So no price is the same for everyone. No discount is the same for anyone. You actually sit right there and you spend you spend a lot of money on these discounts, and they actually give you 10%, 20% off, whatever it is, right? But then you have the one who actually doesn't really buy that many digital games or buy that many games, and you sit right there and you're like, oh yeah, you know what? You really want better discount? No problem. We'll give you 35% off because you haven't really been spending that much. Okay, is that fair? I don't think so. It should be the same set price, discounts all around. No matter what. That's the way it should be. But you know what? I have a feeling that they're trying to get you hooked. Once they get you hooked, then you start to see the discounts starting to go down. Instead of 35, they're gonna offer you 25. And then next time, they'll probably bring it down to 15 or 10%. No, that's not the way, man. That is not the way. So I'm hoping that they actually the Xbox team and of course Microsoft, they look into that and they say, you know what, we have to jump into fixing this and actually get these prices down. Once they do that, then I guarantee you all the other consoles are going to be following suit. Steam, they're doing a good job. They got deep discounts on a lot of great stuff. I've been buying games left and right. All fun, nostalgic games, classic games, retro games. Games that are fun as hell. Come on, man. Make it make sense. So I hope it happens. Let me know what you feel. Let me know what you feel about that in the comments. I'm really interested in seeing how you feel about this, because I feel like in this competition, that kind of competition, that's good for every player. That is good for every single player out there. Vet also said, he said, I looked at the showcase. If I could find 2 games in the showcase, then it was good. Not every game is made for everyone, and it shouldn't be. Yes. Oh, that's 100% yes. 100% yes. Not every shoe fits every foot. It doesn't work that way. Okay? So why what are we doing? What are we doing? It doesn't make any sense. Why do some players out there feel like every game has to be a 100% blockbuster banger? Why? Okay, so just because in your circles you actually like games like that and it does fairly well and it wins all these accolades and everything and all these high scores and all that stuff, and you sit right there and say, and you're proud of it, it's like, oh, this game is really fun. Oh yeah, because this game has all these wonderful awards. Woo! Come on, man. Can you just for once play a game just because you like it, not because someone else judged it fairly well? I mean, it's just not. It doesn't work that way, baby. It doesn't. The game is supposed to suit what you like because you like it. It's your play style. It's your type of fun, not what everybody else. Listen, I am not looking for anybody else's approval about what games I like and don't like. If I like fighting games, I like fighting games. If I like puzzle games, I like puzzle games. If I like action games, I like action games. You see the trend? I likes what I likes. If you don't like what I likes, that's you problem, not me. Anyways, enough of that. Hey, Daryl, what's going on, man? How you be, brother? Hey, Hal, happy Friday, happy Friday, player. Sorry for joining the stream late. Look, listen, dude, you know what? You are always welcome, no matter what, and everything. Whether it's 10 minutes left or whatever, but you are always welcome, bro. I'm glad to see you. Let's see. Vet says, if Nintendo pulls that trigger, it's going to kill physical games on the system. Yes, I agree. Nintendo should not take this route. This is detriment to, because right now they're not in good favor with some players out there, because you go to the store. Let's just say, okay, case scenario. You go to the store and you're looking for the new Super Mario game. I don't know. It could be the new Yoshi game. Because actually, matter of fact, they're actually going to be testing this on the new Yoshi game. And they already kind of put it out there. They said, oh, you buy a physical, you have to pay $10 more. But yet, you know, when you buy digital, we'll give you a nice little discount, and you can actually be able to play the game for cheaper on online when you buy a digital. So now you don't technically own the game. You're playing the game. It's downloaded onto your console, but it's not. But you don't physically have it. It's digital memory. That's what you have. Is that fair? No, not by a long shot. And people who actually like to have those nice little collections on their wall, you know, and you could have it displayed with their amiibos and all that stuff on their wall. You're gonna sit right there and say, "Oh, well, we have a premium product, and because it's premium, people should be paying premium prices." No, that ain't the way. I mean, me personally, I would rather them be the same price, or better yet, you can actually bring the price down and meet halfway, and have the game, you know, pretty much the same, right? And when it comes to pricing, but then people can have choice. You can say, "Oh, do I really want to get it? You know, if I have a digital, I can be able. I don't have to worry about carrying around a case or anything like that. Yeah, I just want to do this." Okay. But then you have those, you know, who actually rather have it digital. You know, oh, you know, I'd rather, you know, or better yet, I like to build my collections. So physical games, listen, Nintendo needs to rethink. And Sony, oh my gosh, so I don't know what's going on over there. Closing down studios, bro. Why are you closing down studios? For what? Why? It's you know, maybe it's a corporate thing. You're trimming, but how far down are you going to trim that fat? How many more studios? Some of the studios that just got started, they only been around for like months. And then you're going to shut them down. Why? Because either the game is not out, or they decided not to go your way and make a game that actually has all those transactions. Come on, bro. No. Yes. So, which sadly is probably what they want. Absolutely. See, that's the thing. Nintendo has been always okay. Okay, I've been a fan of Nintendo for let's just get this straight. I've been a fan of Nintendo for a long time. Okay, I had the NES, I had the Super NES, I had the Game Boy Advance, the Game Boy Pocket, Game Boy Color, you name it. I'm a Nintendo nut, but I had to put a but here, the asterisk. Nintendo games, you know, have been going up in price for ridiculous reasons. You buy the Wii, and the games were going for a decent price. They were going like $45, $50, most. Fun games. But now, you sitting there, just because you're dealing with more power under the hood with this Nintendo Switch 2, you're gouging the prices super high, and now games are pretty much out of their reach. Oops, sorry, but you have to pay that price. If you like that game so much, you gotta fork up the dollars. What are we doing here? Makes no sense. But anyway, Games should not be $80 no matter the 50. Yeah, you're right. Listen, $80 is the most ridiculous price you could put any Nintendo Switch game at. Because there's not that much memory on the freaking things. These tiny little cards. And you're gonna make us pay for that? Nah, bruh. $60 physical and $60 digital and $65 physical for yes, that's more reasonable. Oh, then he says better yet, $50 digital and $60 physical. You know what? I like that one better. But then again, there are caveats to that too. It says $50 digital and $60 physical. Yeah, you know what? I mean, yeah, 40. Okay, well, you're rounding up, but yeah, usually $49.99 versus $59.99. You know what? That's more like it. If they play it right, if they actually put out the information right for once, if they can do that, then people will go out and actually purchase these games without really consciously thinking about if they want to do digital, if they want to do physical, or better yet, if you really want to go all in, you can actually have it where you can buy the physical copy of, whatever game it is, and have a digital code that you can download, so that way you can actually have that game on the go. That's a win, because believe it or not, Blu-rays used to have that. It has that little digital code and that thing. You can be able to download the movie directly onto your phone and be able to watch it on the go without grabbing the discs and all that stuff. That's the way to do it. That is the way to do it. But you know what? They're not gonna do that. They're not gonna do that. They're all about. You're talking about a company that's willing to sue you just because you actually use their ant or the little insect in one of your games. Oh, you have a patent on that. You can't do that. Oh, pardon me. I didn't really realize anything that whatever your little digital, characters that they were copyrighted, and I can't use it in my game. Like they actually did with Pal World, and Pal World is an amazing game. Oh, you can't use capture tools just like us. You can't use no, you can't do that. That's a patent. Go figure. But anyway, I digressed. I think I was like all over the place. But yeah, I think that's all the chats right there. But getting back to what I was talking about. Competition is good. Competition is good. We need more competitive prices. Definitely. We need more. I would say, how do I put this? How to put this lightly? We have to put more emphasis on the fun in games, and less on who actually has the exclusive rights to them. Okay, we have to get off of that kick. Does Xbox need games that are actually exclusive to the console? Of course, absolutely. If you're going to be putting out a console, a plug-and-play console, okay, you need to actually have it where your games are almost premiered on your console. It doesn't have to be like forever exclusive. You can actually stretch it out. And I mean, Sony did the same thing. It didn't harm them not one bit. Stellar Blade and everything. We know for a fact that it's coming out to Xbox. They even just announced it. They said they're actually working out the details. It's coming. We don't know when, but it's coming. And of course, Sony with the hat. just I don't know. Just go figure. What else we got here? Yeah, but anyway, let's get into more of the nitty gritty because of course we're gonna make this a shorter episode because this is actually something that really really irks me when into the industry, where people just hate a platform and they hate everything that they show, even though the games itself are going to eventually come to your console anyway. Okay, so what? I mean, and of course, Xbox has some great exclusive had some very great, fantastic exclusive games. And there are games that are backwards compatible right now that have yet to go to any other console. Does Xbox need to have a lot of exclusives? Me personally, I feel like they need to have a nice, decent handful of games that are exclusive only to their platform. If not for like a year, just for 1 year. Because by that time, it bypasses how long people have actually they actually played that game. And then when the game becomes stale or the sales start to become stagnant or non-existent, then you're going to have to branch out because you need to make up for those sales. You need to make up for the amount of players that are playing these games. You need more players so you can get more momentum, right? So what do? You branch it out. You bring it out to another console. You actually have new eyes. You have new players that are be interested in this particular game. Which is hence the reason why when Xbox brought games like Forza Horizon 5 and Sea of Thieves and a few other games, to the console, to other consoles, their sales skyrocketed. And that's the thing. I just feel like people just lose the plot. They don't understand. That there's a proper way of doing it. There's a proper way of doing these things. Now I can understand third party to see some third party games. I get it. If they partially funded a particular game, I don't know whatever game it is, right? Like for instance, Stellar Blade. Stellar Blade was partially funded by Sony Interactive Entertainment. It was partially funded, which is the reason why they actually had that long exclusive window. And now that the group over at Step Up, I think it was called, goodness, I forgot what the company is. I think it's called Step Up. They actually have an opportunity to publish their games wherever they want now because they have ownership of the Stellar Blade franchise. That's theirs now. And now that a sequel or a new DLC or whatever that might be is actually going to be coming out, now the chances of it to go into other consoles are higher. Which is the same thing for other games that actually used to be exclusive to a particular console for a decent window. Hey, now it's actually let's bring it to another console. But that's how it works. That's how it works. That's how the business industry can grow. Get a nice little window. Have the console, have that exclusive. so that way you can build on console sales, right? For a certain period, and if they get people enticed to go into that ecosystem, maybe then maybe they're actually still in the older console ecosystem. Like for instance, Xbox right now. I mean, I think it was like one of the articles. They mentioned that an Xbox store on the console, if you're an Xbox One owner, you can be able to get a deep 25, 30, 40, or 40% discount on the newer Xbox Series consoles. You have a pick of the litter, and the price is actually premium prices. And you can get yourself an Xbox Series console for as low as $549, which is compared to its $700, $800 price point right now. That's a deep discount. So if you're an Xbox One owner, you never owned a Series console, right now they are offering you a nice deep discount on Series consoles right now. You can get the smaller one, you can get the bigger one, depending on which one you want. You get one with the disc, without the disc. You have an opportunity right there. Boom. What's my point? Well, my point is simple. Competition is good. Competition in the right way is good. Don't shun the games just because it's on a different console, the console that you're not playing on. Don't. Put the blinders on. Watch with a more objective eye of all these fantastic titles and pay attention to the bottom of the screen at the end. It tells you what consoles the particular game or whatever it's coming to your favorite console. End of story. Let's keep it real. Let's have some. I think I exhausted this subject. I think everybody's been talking about this subject, but I think right now we need to give the Xbox hate a rest. We just have to just sweep it under the rug and forget the damn thing. Sweep it up and throw it away. It's old. It's tiring. It's boring. It's not entertaining. You're getting all these wonderful views. It's going to be short-lived. So if you want to grow your channels or whatever, or you want to go online and be able to play have these games played on whatever it is, let's just hope that they do a good job with it, right? End of story. But anyway, let's see what else we have here. I don't see anybody else, kind of. I think what is it right here? Yeah, okay. Yeah, I'm gonna be signing off in a little bit. Let's talk about. Yes, that's right. So I think this coming Sunday is gonna be awesome. I can't wait until the guys come back. Of course, Johnny is gonna be probably showing off what he may or may not. Maybe he has some show and tell. I can't wait, and of course Tony's gonna bring his fire as usual. Let's see what else Vet put down his. It's insane to me 7-year-old Nintendo games are still for okay. This is an interesting story. I mean, I had to kind of throw it out there. I mean, this is OG story. I remember used to go to Software etc. all the time, right? And I see a game going for like $59.99. Yeah, $59.99. $59.97, I think it was at the time. Anyway, So I walked in there and I was like, "Oh, this is expensive. I want to wait until I don't know next month and see if I can get my hands on it." So anyway, I feel like Nintendo needs to, they need to work out the difference, because when I went over there and I actually found out that the price was the same. The price was the same for months and then years. You go to any shop, you have not seen any game, especially made by Nintendo, go down in price. You've been seeing, I've been seeing for before the 3DS and all that. The prices stayed the same. The only time the prices actually were varying if they actually made a new copy that was actually an anniversary edition or whatever it was. Then you'll see it come down a little bit lower. But other than that, so Nintendo, because Nintendo's arrogant. Nintendo actually are very ignorant because they have a very, very large, what is it? Large fan base. Their fan base is huge. You're talking about hundreds of millions of players right now own a Switch or a 3DS, or the Switch 2. They'll never give. They'll defend Nintendo to the end because they keep on churning out the same style of games that they like, and that's the problem. Oh boy. So, anyways, yeah, you know what? Like I said, we're gonna be cutting this a little short, obviously, because this is actually going to be one of the shorter episodes and everything. But I really, really want to know your opinion. Let me know what you feel about this. I mean, are you part of that crowd? Are you part of the mob crowd that that are want to keep on shouting, "Oh, Nintendo, Xbox is, they have no games," and stuff like that, or they don't make great games like like our console does. Get off the kick. Stay off the sauce. Start playing some games. Enjoying the games. Alright, guys. But anyways, guys, it's been an awesome episode. I mean, I really did enjoy myself. Shout out to Vet and also to Daryl. Thank you for visiting. And of course, and the others that actually decided to join our stream. We are, let me see. I love it all. They all have killer exclusives. Yeah, you're right. No, you're right. No, go on. Listen. I feel Nintendo right now, I mean, they can make a game as simple as 2 or 3 different stages and everything with Mario characters in it, and it will make bank. Point blank. They make something simple. They make something simple and easy and all that stuff, and it would still make bank, and they will sell it for full price at $69.99, and people will still buy it. People will still eat it up, which is the reason why Nintendo keeps on doing the same thing. They keep on getting away with it. They'll keep on getting away with it. What makes you think that they won't? Of course, they'll take advantage of it. They sued people just for using a Mario something in their wares, and they say, this gentleman has used our Mario character in such a way, we need to sue them. And they have a huge pathway of what's the word? They have a huge pathway of amazing games right now. They have a way for their games to, I don't know. It's just yeah, exactly. You're absolutely right. Nintendo fans are equal to Apple fans. I mean, they are. They're blind faithfuls. They're just blind faithfuls. They will actually. They're like lemmings. I mean, literally, they know that they'll just fall off the building, until somebody decides to change the rules. But Nintendo will never change the rules. They just they'll keep on buying Nintendo products. They'll keep on doing the same thing over and over again. They don't care. They don't care. They're doing Nintendo for life. Period. But anyways, all right, guys. But anyway, let me get out of here. In the thing, it's been awesome. Of course, you can be able to watch our show every single Friday and Sunday, 8:30 to 8:32. Whenever we actually decide to shut down the show. The next show is going to be on Sunday. Of course, whatever amazing topic it's going to be, you guys are going to have a great time. I want you guys to interact with us a little bit. Show it off. Show off your wares. Show your awesome support. And of course, like I said, we're still working on Patreon. We're still working on some other episodes. And once we get all of them kind of gathered together, we'll give you full access through our Patreon, and you'll get the keys to the kingdom to be able to watch those awesome games, awesome shows that we actually create. But that's coming up soon, and let's see, and that's about it. All right, guys. You know what? I just want to say you guys are awesome. Stay awesome. Keep on playing. Keep on leveling up, and of course, we will see you next time on the next episode of Gaming Treble. We will be back full force this coming Sunday, 8:30 p.m. Stay sharp, stay awesome, play some awesome games, and also, believe it or not, try out some indies. We love them indies. Have a good night, everybody. Peace.